Absolutely. Yep, this is going to be a banger. Drew Titan Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. This is Painful Excellence Podcast. See, we got a building. My brother Alfred, salute. Beautiful Love is the Word. Coach 67, Mind of Mansa Musa, Picasso, Black Vision in the building. Shauna TV, Picasso, Showtime Majors, Joker Nutty Nate, Eric Jordan. Oh boy, Sheila, Rod Neal. Let me see. You're jumping on me. Salute, y'all. Much love and appreciation. All of you. Shogun, my brother, what's going on? Josh, Night Train in the building. Pat Pack in the mother effing house. Philip D in the building. Main Biker. Andrew Diaz. Derek Gaines, the legend. Jeff Spark in the building. Salute, salute. Oh, that's interesting, Black Vision. That's interesting. We're going to review some things. Eric H, what's going on? Tim TV, PGH Big Dog. Make sure I got everybody. Yeah, I did. This is just a conversation because everybody's breaking point is different. The Village Brother, what's going on? Everybody has a different breaking point. Everybody's different. For a person to leave a marriage, like I said, people's breaking point may be different. People's standards may be different. They are non-negotiables when, in a relationship. But we're going to talk about a number of things, like what leads to it, what's your breaking point if you were married, have you done some self-reflecting? Are you pointing a finger? Did you try therapy? Well, we're gonna review some things. This is really not gonna cut anybody down, but this is for information purposes only and opinions. A lot of opinions. First of all, I looked on Google, of course. 5 stages for divorce. By understanding the different stages of divorce, you can better be prepared to deal with them if you ever find yourself going through this process. Stage 1 is denial. All right, but before I go any further, let's define divorce. Let's define it. Divorce is the process of terminating a marriage or marital union. Divorce usually entails the canceling or reorganizing of the legal duties and responsibilities of marriage, thus dissolving the bonds of matrimony between a married couple under the rule of law of the particular country or state. Okay. Damn, they got 7 stages of divorce over here. Jesus Christ. Let me pull that up. Because that's Brian Mason, salute. First of all, anybody here married or have been married or is divorced? Anybody in here? I know Black Vision is divorced. Anybody? I'm not talking about a long-term relationship, because it's a little different. It's a little different. Long-term relationships, I've seen those. Is anybody like divorced in here? Is anybody happily married like myself? Anybody? Philip D says happily divorced. Main Biker says I'm married 5 years now. Awesome. Black Vision says she's divorced. Derek Gaines says I was married. So you was married, you're divorced, or God forbid, if you're a widow or anything like that, that's also different. That's also different. Night Train says I'm married but in limbo. Yeah, Josh says I'm a bachelor. Salute to you. Yeah, Paul Carrick in the building. Salute. Picasso's divorced. Wow. Paul Carrick says I'm divorced twice. Well, the good part is you believe in the union of marriage. Smoke and talk in the building, man. That was a hot live y'all did. Joker Nutty Nate says newly married. Eric Jordan says I'm happily married. Andrew Diaz says Latinas are too loud. I'm never getting married. Oh man, I can't speak on it. Wow. Yeah, I can't speak on that. Chilltime H said I've never been married. Sheila says widowed and in limbo. Oh, okay, I understand. Good sis. I understand. Yeah, I understand. Word up, Rod Neal. Happy anniversary. Original Man says no plans on marrying in the U.S. I hear you, brother. I hear you. Well, let's go through it. First of all, marriage has changed from the time. Big Texas, he says he's divorced. Salute. Derek Gaines says I wasn't ready. No, she divorced me. I was 27. I'm 53 now. I think I'm ready now. Well, that's what's up. That's what's up. TJ the Fan, he says been married 6 years now. So we got a lot of mixed in here. Marriage, from what I learned a lot of things about marriage. Charles Johnson, salute. I'm sorry, Charles Jameson, salute. Marriage, pretty much, when it was invented, it was to secure the bag. And let me explain what it was back then. It was an agreement, because we didn't live as long back then. If you lived to be 40, you was an old man. We were still fighting off of diseases. People were dying off of diarrhea. Phenomenal Mexican, salute. There was no penicillin back then. So people were getting married at like 15, whatever. And you were marrying people, the woman would marry the young men. It was sort of like the family striking a deal for farmland and animals and things of that nature. It was more or less keeping the wealth within the family. Marriage was a business. And somewhere down the road, within Disney inserted its 2 cents, and it became about love and all of that stuff. Brian Mason says divorced and now happily married to a woman who understands her role in marriage. That's what's up. That's what's up. David Scott III, salute. That's what's up. Yeah, yeah, that's right, Picasso. That's exactly what marriage was for. It was for survival back then. Well, love is a word. Here's the thing. Marriage has gone through so many changes. Like everything. If you look at the beginnings of basketball, from when it was invented, the person who invented it, I forget the fella's name, but if you threw him in a time machine and brought him to the NBA today, he'd be like, what the hell? This was not what I had in mind, but I like it. Who are these tall Negroes? You know what I mean? So marriage has changed. It wasn't about love back then. It was about survival. And now it's still about survival. Um, but people have found their way to swindle in marriage. People got mad at Kevin Samuels when he said, screw love. Love will come later. Remember what he was about. He was about the survival of the Black family. He wanted to save our community. And one of the things that would save our community is marriage. Marriage would save our community. And because marriage is a part of Queen, salute. Because marriage, it takes discipline. It provides structure. When you have children grow up in a natural structure and they understand it, right? When they come up in a household and they see dad working and the mother working, if she's working, right? Mr. Shelton, salute. And my brother Theo Coop in the building, salute. Oh, nah, I'm just using a different light, Mr. Shelton. So I want everyone to understand, if you guys don't understand already, when the kids grow up and they see mom and dad, and mom's, let's say, this is a new day. If dad's making enough of a bag that he can afford, that mom could stay home, then she's home handling the business in the house. Or if the two parents are working, right? The children see the parents working and handling business. And it's not all peaches and cream. The parents have to have discipline. If they're having a disagreement, don't do it in front of the kids. The kids are not supposed to see the drama going on between the parents. Not supposed to see that. Not supposed to see that. So it becomes second nature to kids to see a functioning household. You know what I mean? So that's why we say marriage is very important, because it provides structure. All right. The kids have nothing to do with whatever y'all got going on. That's not even secondary. That's not even secondary. Okay. No marriage is perfect. Y'all gonna argue. But we want to talk about what is the breaking point. My brother, Big Joe Townsend, in the building. You understand? We're going to talk about what's the breaking point, because what's happening is there are people getting married, but they're getting divorced for the silliest reasons. Now, right, salute. Now, here's what I find like strange. I do understand marriage is about business, but the business of marriage is supposed to benefit both of the people. What's happening is you have these cases where women are marrying these men for the bag. They're marrying and getting pregnant by a millionaire. I just saw this another NBA kid who's in his early 20s, smutting on some IG model, and she's in her 40s. Nobody has accused her of grooming. I'm just waiting for a woman to say, yo, she's grooming that kid. But Leonardo DiCaprio's a creep though, right? I mean, go figure, right? I didn't even get the names yet. I have the picture in my phone. It's another NBA kid, and he's walking with some IG model, and she's like 2 decades older than this kid. All this kid knows, see, he's not fully developed yet mentally. He's just physically and athletically gifted, and he's a millionaire. So now he has his pick of the litter, and what he doesn't know, and see what happens is, I think that's him, Theo. I think that's him. And what happens is, if that person don't have no OGs, because listen, he's not gonna listen to his mother. And I want you single ladies who think you could raise boys by yourself, understand these little boys become young adults real fast, and it gets to the point where they're gonna okay you to death, and they're gonna go ahead and do what they want because they're gonna think that they know everything. You understand? And you ain't gonna be able to tell them anything. Thinking with your penis is something different. That's something that you ladies will never know. The power of good coochie over a weak mind. A 21-year-old athlete that don't know any better. Whoa, teach, salute. They don't know any better. That's a sad state. That's a sad state. Why do you think Zion Williamson is going through this? Zion Williams, whatever his name is. That kid does not know any better. And he's going to find out. Let me explain something to you. Anything accumulated in that, even if he has a prenup, anything accumulated during that marriage, she's now entitled to. So let's say he signs a prenup and whatever the Pelicans are paying him, that's his. So now they get married. Baby, this is a nice house, but why don't we go buy this house over here? Fine, I got 100 million. Davis, what up? I got 100 million. Let's go buy that house. Baby, Tay, what's going on? Baby, how about that car? Can I get that car? Anything for you. 5 years down the road, they've acquired 3 properties, about 4 cars, vacation homes, and all kinds of shit. Now she starts to show her ass and she wants to find herself. She's about 13 years older than him already. And he turned his ankle or something, and now he's getting traded, and he's not worth as much anymore. Hey, Hardy, what up? What's going on, man? Good to see you. And now it's a problem. Now she's upset with him for whatever reason. Oh, I'm sorry. It's called irreconcilable differences. That's what it's called. 88 Sports Talk, salute. Reconcilable differences, which means she don't have to really explain. Mahari Nation Sports Podcast, my brother Abel, salute. She don't have to explain. It's now a written thing where they can just plead that and say, okay, that's good enough. And now Zion, and this is God forbid, because it's still new and nothing's happened yet. But you think I want that young man to go through that shit? That's what I'm saying. Who's directing these kids? Where is his father? Because I promise you, look, I don't know where his father is, but I'm saying, if he has a kind of father that says, look, my son hit it big and he's making millions, I'm gonna let him do him because he gave me 10 million. I'm good. But I know my father, he'd pull my coattail in 2 seconds. No, come here, let me talk to you. That right there? No. No. Just no. He's done it before. See that right there? I don't like her. Too fast. Nope. And he was right. Okay? Eric Jordan in that super chat, much love. He said LeVar Ball said it best. You see, he has them under control. Now, I'm not going to say he has them under control. I'll say he taught them well. Salute to you, Eric Jordan. Always support. Salute. Oh, I'm so sorry, Miss Hardy. Welcome. We got another sister in the Pep Pack. Salute to you. 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 We got another sister in the Pep Pack. Welcome her. Anthony, what's going on? Miss Hardy. All right. So, irreconcilable differences. Go to court, and now he's saying, well, I had a prenup. And I know my contract was out, and one contract was worth 120 million. Now I'm only making 10 million, and I'm on several different teams. But I have a prenup, so all of this is mine. Well, Mr. Zion, during the marriage, what did y'all accumulate? 4 houses? Guess what? How many cars? 4 cars? Guess what? And those girls are smart. She will find a way to be stashing millions of dollars, because when she's done with him, she's going to take like 3 of the houses, 3 of the cars. And according to his overall net worth, he's going to have to pay her child support and alimony, because now she's used to living a certain way. So basically, he'll be dribbling the basketball, and if he's making, I don't know, maybe let's say 10 million a year now, he's really only making 3. I'm telling you. Ain't that something? So who are these young men's OGs? Right? Another thing, who's training these women to do this? Now, I said marriage was a business back in the day, and it's still, yeah, Black Vision, even with the prenup is fine. Whatever he has now is fine. But once they get married, whatever they accumulate during the marriage, they got to split down the middle, man. And then if she's not used to working, if she has no skills or whatever, she has no skills, you know what's going to happen? You're going to have to pay her alimony and child support. You understand? So, you know, this is going to be interesting to watch. And I repeat, I am not wishing that. I am not. Miss Hardy, you do content? Miss Hardy, you do content? Okay, let's give you a little, I'm gonna give you 3 new subs right now. Everybody, click on Miss Hardy's name. Take a minute, click on her name and go to her channel. We'll show you how the Pep Pack do. Because Miss Hardy, I got 3 channels. And what I'm gonna do is give you 3 subs right now. That's how we do. That's called support, Miss Hardy. That's how we do it. So everybody go hit up Miss Hardy real quick and go subscribe to her channel. That's how we do. All right. Yeah. We support our fellow content creators. That's how we do it, Miss Hardy. All right. So we good. Everyone take a moment. And let me throw you a wrench right there. Welcome to the Pep Pack. There you go. Thank you, Theo. That's her link right there. You make sure you go click on that link and you go give her a sub. There you go. That's how we do. There you go. Thank you, Theo. Salute to my brother, Paul Carrick. In that super chat, much love and appreciation. He says, you're talking about Green from the Houston Rockets and Drea Michelle from the Basketball Wives. Oh, man, and see, it's weird because I don't know how these brothers I don't know how they do that. Why do they keep doing this? Why do they keep, I will never understand. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what that is. These young men today, I don't get it. So this term called irreconcilable differences. Let's Google the definition. Irreconcilable differences technically means that an individual and their spouse cannot get along with one or another enough to keep a marriage alive. And this lack of getting along can cause a whole array of other issues in the marriage. That's what it is. I just read it to you. So it don't have to be something in particular. It could just be a numerous amount of things. And they can go to their lawyer and say, look, irreconcilable differences. I can't get along with this dude. And what's sad is sometimes I've heard where men were like, I was totally blindsided by this. I left the toilet seat up Next thing you know, I'm getting served. Go subscribe to Black Vision. That's her link right there. Y'all already know what to do. Go subscribe to Black Vision. Yeah, and this you know what I'm saying? People, you know. Now, divorce. What's the breaking point? What makes people, say, yo, look, I'm pleading irreconcilable differences. What's going on? Now, I was saying earlier, I got off track for a second. So you get married, right? And it was about business. Kevin Samuels used to say, screw that. This is about survival, which is a business. His whole point was, Quiet Storm, salute. His whole point was, we're better together than alone. All of this boss chick talk, it sounds cute, but we know the numbers, right? On average, women make more than men. Mark Wunderlich, Utah in the building. On average, men make more than women. I'm sorry. Men make more than women on average. Okay? But we need each other to reproduce. We need a strong structure to form a strong household. And a 2-parent household produce better children. 9 times out of 10, they produce better, stronger children with better morals. It's sometimes kids go off the rails. That happens. But on average, when you have a 2-parent household, it's highly unlikely that the kids will turn out better. But now we have women like Ebony K. Williams that are encouraging Black women in particular to become single mothers. You have the brat who's in a same-sex relationship. And here's the crazy part, and I deem this crazy. When she was asked, and this is the crazy part, I need you to listen carefully. It's not crazy that she's in a lesbian relationship. Kane, what up? I know that's how they do me, brother. That's not the crazy part. It's 2023. There's that everywhere. That's not the crazy part. The crazy part was how she went to a clinic to get some semen. Now we all know that Black semen is high on demand because we're so careful with our seeds that we're not even skeeting in a cup for money anymore. So we're in high demand. And this is the crazy part. The one Black man that had the semen on ice, that sounds disgusting. But anyway, the one Black man that they found, they said, no, we refused him. And when she was asked why, they said, that brother looked like Jimmy D. Cricket. I said, well, I'll be damned. So they got this white guy semen. Now back to Ebony K. Williams. That was the crazy part. Back to Ebony K. Williams. She was on The View talking about when she, reproduces, the chances that her child will grow up and know his father will be high. So let me get this straight. Reproducing by way of artificial insemination, and when your kid turns about 3 and they start asking where their daddy is, you got to explain to them that you was frozen in a test tube and science knocked mommy up. But here's your daddy. Here's his last known address. How is this normal? Are men that bad? I got to ask, are men that bad? Jesus Christ. You leave it to her, that's what she'll tell you. Men are that bad. You can't be serious. Mac of the South, my brother, salute. This is the type of time we on? Dudes are that bad. But you know what always happens? These women, when those little boys that they have turn 5 or 6, they turn into little Tasmanian devils. They start spinning all over the place and breaking shit in your house. You leave it to these black queens, and I'm not getting off topic, but y'all remember this thing that they were going around and these little boys was acting up, and the only thing they could do in their defense is take them to the barber and give them the reverse fade. Remember that? They were giving them the George Jefferson haircuts. Oh, he think he grown? Watch this. Had them walking around the block going to school with that messed up haircut. You remember that? That's how you handle it? He think he grown. I'm going to mess up his haircut. No. The whole time I kept asking. I said, where's their fathers? A father will set that straight. You act up in school? Do it again. No, they're goofing their hair up. Kofa in the building, salute. They're not giving out my alerts. That's how I know I'm doing something right. It's all good, brother. So, we can agree that marriage is important. Now I want to talk about what leads to divorce. Now, men, you got to know what a woman's breaking point is. And sometimes you just can't, you can't hardly, sometimes you just don't know. You just don't know. Yeah, I know, Shauna, they don't want men, but guess what? If they have a little boy, they're gonna need one. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. A woman can't raise a boy. A woman can't raise a man. Bottom line. Bottom line. Bottom line. I can tell in 2 seconds when a dude is raised by his mother. I can tell in 2 seconds just by talking to him, his outlook on things. And I do have a friend that was raised by a single mother, but he had a whole lot of mentorship. He had a pastor, and I told y'all before, he was surrounded by all of us. We had fathers that would always talk to him when they saw him. What do you think all of these, these kids pulling out guns and everything else? They're not in control of their emotions. That's a feminine trait. All these school shootings. Not to say that they're all by, dudes from a single parent house, single moms. I'm not saying that. But you can tell the difference between a man raised by a woman and raised by a 2-parent household or raised by a single father. They're just different. They're just different. So when you court a woman, men, you need to understand what her breaking point is. You need to understand what she's about. Now, it's true that, it can get real Jekyll and Hyde type. I understand that. Like, she was one way when I met her, but now we married and now she acting all funky. All right, that has happened. But you got to be a better judge of character. So, no doubt, Miss Hardy, thank you for stopping by. Much love and appreciation. Paul Carey says, I was married to a police sergeant that couldn't cut it off at home, and me and my 14-year-old son left. Wow. Yeah, that's the problem. Some people work these jobs and the job becomes them. That's never a good look. It's never a good look. Once you walk out your place of work, you're supposed to leave it there. Leave it there, leave it there, leave it there. I know. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot, man. That's a lot. Let's read the states of rebuilding after a divorce. All right. Well, first of all, there's 5 stages of divorce. All right. First stage is denial. All right. Denial. Second is anger. The third is bargaining. The fourth is depression. The fifth is acceptance. Let's talk about it. They also have 7 stages here. Let's read that. Shock. Initial disbelief. You have this feeling of numbness and panic. You're searching for answers to why in related solutions. Now, what did I just say? What did I just say? Steve Elder Mack in the building. Salute. Brother left the toilet seat up, and next thing you know, he's getting served divorce papers. And then you find out it's not about the toilet seat. It was just a building point of just shit. It was the toilet seat, and he left a plate in the sink. He done gained a little weight. She's talking with her single friends. It could be a lot of stuff, man. And then she may feel like she can do better at 40 plus years old. I mean, that's a whole nother topic. That's a whole nother conversation. But that's the shock and disbelief from a male's perspective. It's like, wait a minute, what the hell just happened? I thought we was good. I mean, I'm sorry. I told you, the toilet seat was up. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Really? Well, it's not just that, it's the plate in the sink, and then you done gained 35 pounds and your stomach is hanging out now. You're losing hair in places and you're getting hair in places that I'm not used to. You're snoring now. I can cornrow the hair on your back. Not as fit as you used to be, and shock. Because Lord knows how. Then you say, well, how long do you feel this way? And then she'll say something crazy like, oh, I've been feeling like this the last 5 years. Oh, no wonder. Because I thought, the lack of sex was just because, you're getting old. We're getting old, and, I'm trying to retire from the job, and, I don't have time anyway, but, I thought we was good. What the hell? So now the brother's in shock. Now he's in shock, like, oh, shit. Well, baby, I could lose weight. Well, that's not the point. Baby, I put the toilet seat down. I wash dishes. Well, that's not the point. I'm just not happy anymore. Well, I already secured a lawyer. And now she wants half the house, one of the cars, the good one. She wants to take the kid and wants you to move out the house, keep one of the cars, keep the kid, and have you pay for all of that shit. Because you gained 35 pounds in 10 years and your hairline is pushed back a little bit. Saying shit like that be happening. Shock. As if 10 years isn't a decade and people change. People could lose weight, they could gain weight. They lose their hair, they grow hair. I know, Mr. Shelton, bro, what I'm explaining to you, this is shit that I've heard. Like, oh my God. Dude's coming to work like, hey, what's wrong? Yo, my wife wants a divorce. Well, and then, instinctively, what do? She wants a divorce. What did you do? You see that? We have to watch how we communicate. The real question is, what happened? Not what did you do? You see that? Just like if she goes to her girlfriends, I'm divorcing my husband. What did he do, girl? It's not the question. The real question is, well, what happened? You've been married how long? Why now? What happened? Well, girl, he done left the toilet seat up. Well, put it down. How many of y'all have been here? Do y'all remember when I did the show about the male commandments? Who remembers the male commandments? I'm gonna go through them again. You know what the male commandments are? I think there's about 20 of them, but they're all labeled number 1. Because this is shit that y'all ladies are supposed to know instinctively. Now, me and my boy, we made it up as a joke. So I don't know if you see it online, just know that me and my boys made it up. And back in the day, let me tell you how long ago we made it up. Steve Eldermack, there's 23 of them. Thank you. We made it up. And he shared it on an old site called Black Planet. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember Black Planet? He shared it there. And everybody was like, yo, I'm sharing this. I'm sharing this. So if you see it, I had a hand in that shit, but I have it here and I'm gonna review it again. It's 23 of them and all of them are labeled number 1. Healer, salute. All of them are labeled number 1. Because this is shit y'all should know. But anyway. The man will be sitting there like, well, damn. She said I left the toilet seat up. Okay, so what? One of the male commandments is learn how to work a goddamn toilet seat, ladies. We need it up, you need it down. You're a big girl now. Learn how to work it. Ain't that right, Tay Tay? Jason William, what up? You know what I'm saying? It's a joke, but behind every joke, there's some realism. But hey, man, listen. But anyway, then he says, okay, well, she said I gained a little weight and I'm losing my hair. My hairline comes from my fucking grandfather on my mama's side. I mean, what the hell? 10 years. I gained 35 pounds. Okay, goddamn. But we have kids. We have a house. I built this life and I have this job. I never cheated on her. What the hell? She just done. Ain't that something? Shock. So that's what I mean by shock. It's like, what the hell? Then there's denial. Avoid discussing divorce as solution. Invest heavily in saving your marriage. That's the part where he goes home, and I'm talking from a male's perspective. Because you know why I'm talking about from a male's perspective? Who initiates divorce a majority of the time? The ladies. That's a statistical fact. Ladies initiate divorce. So now this brother goes home and says, look, babe. I mean, come on, wait a minute. Yeah, Picasso, that far back. We made that shit up. That far back. And he put it out and shared it on Black Planet. He shared it on Black Planet. We're talking like the early 2000s. And I've had it on every computer that I ever had since then. I've had about like 11 computers since then. I made sure I saved that on a flash drive and everything. I said, this is funny. So if you see it online somewhere, I had a hand in it. I made it up, but you can't copyright shit. So denial. Now he goes home and says, well, look, babe, look, I know I'm losing my hair. I know I'm, what do you want me to do? Shave? Look, I can get in shape, but I go to work and I'm just not happy anymore. Well, what do you want? She don't know. She don't even know. She's spending too much time in front of that television. She's probably hanging around single women. She's probably reflecting on her life and where she should be in life, but she ain't there, and somehow that's become your fault. And listen, I've heard women say that they regret having their kids at that particular point in their life. I heard them say that. And the only reason why they say that is because they feel that they haven't lived their life. And a lot of this has to do with social media. You turn on social media and these girls, and you know what? I'm not even gonna say these girls. There be grown women that are like fitness gurus, and they be like 50 years old. In every swipe, they're in a different country in the bathing suit with a drink. And these women, now mind you, they've been in a marriage for over a decade, and they notice that their husband has gone through some significant changes as if they haven't. You done spit out 2 kids. Your flat stomach is now a fupa. You've been rocking ponytails. If you look closely in your picture, your hairline has gone back. Your shit looking like Vegeta in a ponytail. Little DBZ fact there. And he'll never say anything. He'll never say anything. But your sex game ain't as good anymore either. You turn her sideways and stretch marks on her hip look like the U.S. highways. Oh, shit.
Whoa! What the it's kind of pretty before it gets started, ain't it? Oh, Froggy when he did ride Crambo. Froggy when he did ride Crambo. Froggy when he did ride a sword and a revolver by his side. Crambo.
What? You ever saw a road map? Mm-hmm. She acting like she looked the same way when you met her. I really said that. Joe Townsend said her stomach looked like balled up homework. Yup. All these surgeries. She's like, man, I gotta save money to get my shit tucked. Reset common sense, salute. Saying, but she's not happy. Irreconcilable differences. Because she's the KP from KC, what up? Because she's the victim. Did he cheat on you? No. Did he hit you? No. So there's no abuse? No. I just can't live with him anymore. Fair enough. Boom. Now you got to move out the house that you partially paid for. Y'all had a 30-year fixed mortgage. You had a good rate because your credit was good. Now you're getting divorced. Now you got to pay for a house that you're not living in. All right. Now your kids are staying with her. Now she got to break it to the kids. Your daddy's moving out. Why? Yeah, tell her why. Because daddy doesn't make me feel whole and it's his fault. And now the kid's looking at you. Daddy, why are you making mommy so sad? I didn't do shit but lose my hair and gain some weight. Now I'm for marriage, but goddamn, This is the type of shit that men have to deal with. And I'm speaking because I actually know a guy that, what I'm explaining to you, I actually know a guy that went through that. I was like, bro, what? There had to have been something. He said, no. She just got tired of me, man. Completely turned him off. He says, man, I ain't getting married again. He's in his 50s. He said, getting married for what? I'm 5 years from retiring. I done paid off the house. She's living in it. I had to move back down to the Bronx from Connecticut. The kids swear that I did something to her. I didn't do anything. And you should see her now. He showed me her social media. It is ridiculous. He's 51. She's about 53. You should see the post. My new life. She's not one of those good-looking 53-year-olds. She's not Angela Bassett. She's one of those 50-year-olds that look like she's 60. She got the liver spots on her face now. She's squeezing in the shit that she's not supposed to be wearing. She's going to clubs. She's going on trips that the alimony's paying for. Sucking in her stomach and trying to poke her butt out. It is ridiculous. Young Hollywood in the building. Salute. Yonkers. And I'm saying, this is comical. I said, bro, listen. You dodged the bullet. There's something wrong here. He said, you know what? After a lot of counseling, I understand that now. Had I been with her, she'd have been, running out the house and doing what the fuck she doing anyway. And let me say this, man. John Pound, salute. Let me say this. Shame on, thank you, Queen. It was a midlife crisis type of situation. That's exactly the word that his therapist told him. But I'm gonna go both ways here. Pause. Let me address the women first. Then I'm gonna address the men. To you ladies that fit that description, I swear to God, shame on you. Shame, shame, shame on you. I only known this brother about Alan Young, so salute. I only known this brother about 3 years. He works with me. And I felt so bad when he told this story. But with each passing year, and this happened a little, what's fucked up is it happened a little before COVID. So he was going through this before COVID. Okay? Right when COVID happened, we were on lockdown, and now he's in the house with a woman that don't even want him. Kids walking around, what's going on? What's happening? Well, now he lost weight. I gave him a little workout plan that I do. I said, look, this ain't, go consult with your doctor. I don't want you doing what I do. And then you have a fucking heart attack in the gym and shit. Keep your caloric intake at 2,000. Do some calisthenics every day. And, I don't know. Are you getting a hair transplant? He said, no. I said, all right, shave that shit off. It makes you look older. Shave it off and grow yourself a nice little beard. And he got his shit together. He lost a lot of weight. Lost a lot of weight. His stomach is now down, and he's gotten better. He's accepted things. He moved back down to the Bronx, got himself an apartment. He says, look, I let all that go. And he looks at her Instagram and he laughs like, yo, look at this. I can't believe this. I can't believe this. You should have saw this woman in a club with a bunch of girls. I know they were calling her grandma. She's sucking in her stomach and poking her butt out with a dress that was like, you could see the side, with the strings on the side. I'm like, this is comical. What the fuck is she going through? And I told him this. I said, look, man, there's a possibility when she's done with this and the kids are a little older and moved out the house, and because he has some good kids. The son went to college and the daughter is about to go to college. They passed her what happened. They just said, okay, if the parents don't get along, they divorce, whatever. So there's gonna be a point. And I told him, she got the house. That house is gonna get real lonely. And just know this. By now, and listen, there's only one way to tell them that's the truth. She done rode the carousel. And y'all know what I'm talking about. She done rode the carousel by now. By now, she rode the carousel. By now. Do not go back. Do not go back. Because there's been dudes up in there laying in your bed and everything else. The bed that you paid for. And she done laid in Strange's bed. She done got stretched. She got stretched. Don't go back. Because when that dies down and she's on that bed, like, oh my God. This big ass house. He had a 4-bedroom with a backyard. She gonna roll around and say, oh my God, I had a good one. Wasn't perfect, but he gave me everything, especially this motherfucking house and that car downstairs. Now the kids are gone and a few years older and this partying thing, I can't hang out like I used to. Let me call him. No backseas. No backseas. Live your life now. Eric Jordan back in that super chat. Salute. Because social media is messing up women these days. Yeah, it's messing everybody up too. I'm gonna get on the dudes in a minute. Pause. I got something for the dudes too. Yeah, don't go backwards, y'all. I told y'all the story. 24 hours. I ain't gonna revisit it. I said, wait a minute. You never told me that you broke up with anybody. I was just in the house and your face, bitch, your face. And he back? Holy cow. All right. Have a good life. Ugh. Do you know what I did to her face? Oh well. Ran into her on a Thursday. She broke up with him that Wednesday. Ran into her on a Thursday. By Friday, it was Splash Mountain. Don't ever go backwards. So he'll be all right. But shock, denial, anger and blaming, frustrated, but often cathartic outpouring of emotion, blame spouse for past, present, and future problems. That's what Shorty did to him. Bargaining, offered to do anything to make things right again. That's what he did. He came back, yo, babe, you know what? Can I fix this? It distracts from the postpones and feelings of loss. Bargaining usually doesn't work. Depression, sadness associated with realization of the inevitable. This is happening. I can't do anything. Often deepens after unsuccessful try again. It's bad. Acceptance, recognize new identity and set healthy boundaries. Hold up responsibilities in new circumstances. Where dude was depressed, he went through all of these things. Oh, that's another thing. He had to move back with his parents for a little bit at 50 years old. That was crazy. That was crazy. He was only there for a couple of months though, because we work for transit. We got money like that, but it's whatever. So once he got all the crying out the way, he got back his got back. Right? Rebuilding. Acceptance deepens. Truly letting go of the past. Find the way forward with hope for stable, happy future. That's just what the brother did. It's just what he did. It's just what he did. Now, what I was saying was to the women that have good men and you want to go this irreconcilable differences route, let me tell you something, shame on you. There are men in this world that have stopped everything to try and make a great life for the woman that they've chosen. And I've seen women do some, and I heard of women do some really bad things. I've heard the most bizarre and bugged out stories that when the brother's telling me, I'm just sitting there like, yo, this ain't real. This ain't real. And then I think there was a show, on television for 25 years called The Jerry Springer Show. You know, shout out to Jerry Springer. Salute to him. God rest the day. Those people were very real. I'll take it back further than that. Do y'all remember the Richard Bay Show? That was when the foolishness started. Y'all remember Jenny Jones? Y'all remember all of those shows? That foolishness. Foolishness. I can tell you some stuff, but it's not my story to tell. These are not my stories to tell. I've heard some stuff. I've heard, brothers have told me stuff. It's like, he got to be making this up. This ain't real. Man, look, bad for business. Shame on the sisters that have done that to men that really didn't deserve it. You know what I'm saying? And I can say that I probably have heard it all. Beatrice Berry, yeah, Tempest Bledsoe, Danny Bonaducci, Richard Bay, yeah, all of those shows. I remember all of those. Yeah, Rolanda show, remember that? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Ricky Lake was the first show I saw, but this black chick had these two brothers on there, and she said it's one of these two dudes, and they read the first guy. They said, yo, you're not the father. He said, who? And he dapped it up with dude. He said, yo, good luck, bro. And then they read the other result. You're not the father either. And that right there was groundbreaking. I was running through the house like, oh, what? Because that was so taboo. That was so taboo. Now, Maury. There's chicks that's been on there like 12 times. They've been on there like, remember the Spanish chick? I forgot her name, but she was on there and she tested like 12 dudes. I was like, wait a minute. What the hell's happening? Hold on. The Townsend sent me some. Oh, bro, yo, Joseph. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that, bro. That is, matter of fact, you know what? I'll play that. I gotta play that. Bro, this was messed up, man. This was messed up. Watch this, y'all. This is crazy. This was crazy. Pete.
No. Immediately, but what we allow you to do is get an overnight bag. All right, so right. We'll go inside. You can get some of your things.
I have to leave with you?
No, you can drive away.
No. What I'm asking you is, I have to leave right now.
Correct. Yep. So you can go inside, gather up some of your things. We allow you that courtesy. And do you have your car here?
I do.
And then on your own accord, you can leave here, okay?
So you're going to leave and I can leave after you leave? I just have to leave.
We're going to leave. No, we're going to leave with you. We're going to leave together. Okay. You definitely have to leave today, okay?
Got you.
So what we'll do now, go inside. Get some of your things.
You need this back?
What's that?
This.
Nope, that's for you.
This is me.
Yep.
This is me. That's officer, and that's officer. Can I see your eyes, please? Is that okay? All right. My wife filed a false abuse claim against me in order to initiate a divorce, in order to get an advantage over the property that we have. Out of nowhere, she just filed a false abuse claim against me and had me evicted from the house. Women, in particular, who do this to men are criminals. They are dangerous. They are criminals. My understanding now is that this is a strategy that many women will employ in being evicted from my house now.
Yeah, immediately, but we'll
Now listen, I am pro-marriage, but damn, man, damn, there's so many strategies in that women use to get the one up on men. It is tragic. It's tragic, man. It's tragic. So, yeah, Queen, he needs to lawyer up and do something, because that was just to get a strategic advantage from when they go to court and when she files. Yeah, you know, he tried to abuse me, and it's always their word against the man's. This is sad. Men, you got to choose better. Men, you absolutely have to choose better. And men, you need to make sure you're picking the right kind of woman. If you met her in the club and you smashed on the first night, I'm going to say 8 times out of 10, that's probably not someone you want to put a ring on. If you met her while she was clubbing and turning up every weekend, she might not be willing to stop that behavior because that's how you met her. You met her when she was turning up. Men, you can't change these chicks. Let them be. Leave them alone, man. Listen, let them change when they're ready to change. A lot of times when they're ready to change, they done passed the wall. They passed 35. Their eggs are looking like raisins. Y'all remember the California raisins? That's how they fucking ovaries be looking. Ooh, I bet you wonder how I feel. Looking ass. You gotta understand, brothers, when you better yourself, you get a little older, the wall is different for us. You can pick from the litter as you get older. You improve yourself, you improve your pockets. The wall is different for women. At 18, their waist is a little tinier, their hips are wide, the boobs are big, and they're standing up, depending on how they grew up. Because, you know, you got some of these little girls running around out here looking like grandmas. 18, 21, 25. Now they're 27, and they're looking in the mirror like, wait a minute, is my stomach protruding? You know, I'll just wear a size bigger jeans. Now they're 30. Things are different now. Is that a gray hair? Some chicks go gray early. Is that a gray hair? I'll just wear some dye. How come these jeans don't fit as much? They don't fit as good. Okay. And now you in the club, and the younger chicks that are 15 years younger than you, now I'm saying like maybe about 10 years younger than you. Now they're looking at you like you the old bitch. What you doing in here? Why you listening to our music? Oh, I'm sorry. The hip hop you was used to listening to, it's now old school. It's a decade old now. It's a decade old now. Oh yeah, original man. And speaking of which, you can always tell. You can tell a lot about a person by looking at their dental hygiene. You can always tell. Look at their dental hygiene. Sure, they got crooked teeth. They're a little stained. That's how you know if she got a job, she ain't got no dental plan. Eric Jordan back in that super chat. Much love and appreciation. He says, hey, yo, what the F? That's funked up. I feel bad for bro. That's not even fair. I can't believe that this is legal. Shaking my mother effing head. That's why a lot of men not getting married. Yeah, bro. There's all kind of strategies that women use. And they get together and share these strategies how to divorce a man. And my focus is on that because a majority of women initiate divorce, y'all. That be them with this garbage, y'all. That's why we say, men, please become the best version of yourself. The women are going to be there. When you reach top pay and you got your own place, your own car, whatever, and you're living your life, and you start dating and the chick is single, but she got 3 kids or 2 kids or a kid and never married. And it's like, what you been doing? I was watching this thing. Some show where dude was sitting there and he was like, yeah, you know, he was like 30 something. He says, yeah, I ain't got no kids. And immediately this black chick said, red flag. He was like, how's that a red flag? Well, I'm saying because you're 30 and you ain't got no kids. I'm wondering why you ain't got no kids. Well, because I've been responsible with my penis and I'd rather get married first than to spit out a child. When did that become a red flag? I'll tell you when. That's just my baby daddy. So let me get this straight. You're sitting on a talk show with your titties hanging out in a dress that is about 2 sizes too small. But you have a shorty. And I don't know whether if it's a girl or a boy, but you're telling your fucking child that it's okay when your child becomes of age to be a baby daddy or a baby mama rather than a husband or a wife. Now, true, people could look at marriage and say, well, what's the point in getting married? You know, look at that. Well, my thing is this. You raise better kids when you're married. You see, we've gotten away from who we're supposed to be as a household. That's why America, because believe it or not, it's not just a black thing. America has lost its morals, man. Just look at social media. You got women waging war on men. You got men waging war against women. And I'm going to tell you something. It's been a couple of months now. I still haven't. Do y'all remember the show I did, the Kevin Samuels reaction, where he spoke to that young man and called him out on his nonsense, how he was blaming his mother for why he was where he was in life? You see, he thought Kevin Samuels was a woman basher, but he dissected her and he dissected him and he told the young man, he said, this is the problem with this red pill shit. That's what he said. Do y'all remember when I did that review? I'm the only person that I've seen that reviewed that. That was very important. That was groundbreaking. You know why? Because even men are running around saying, oh, he hated women. No. He defended this young man's mother and said, yo, look, young man, it's not your mother, it's your father, man. He referred to it as red pill misuse. Do y'all remember that? That was a live stream. References furnished upon request. Go check my page. Kevin Samuels review. Red pill nonsense. And he called dude out over the phone. Called him out. He said, this is the problem with the red pill. A lot of these guys that don't have it together gravitate towards that. And in this kid's instance, it wasn't his mother's fault. It was his father's. Go watch the live. Funny, the ladies missed that. They missed that. Thank you, original man. He was also an advocate for therapy. He himself went to therapy. So I don't know where people get that he hated women. It wasn't that. Y'all missed that. That show should have had about 1,000 views. Because I said this, I was listening to it one day and I said, damn, no one spoke about this? You got 1,000 people on it, literally on YouTube. You got 1 million channels that review Kevin Samuels content. I'm not kidding. I have taken some of his talking points and made short videos about it. But that right there, I said, oh my God, no one reviewed this? Allow me to be the first. That man's legacy lives on, but I can't believe that nobody heard that and said, yo, this is gold right here. Because he actually was defending a woman. You see that? See that? Ain't that crazy? You see, you look at I was watching I guess where I got the idea to do this this live stream tonight. Y'all follow the Coffee Pod with Chisazed? All of you should. If you don't, salute to the brother Chisazed. And now he did a review with a divorce lawyer. And when I was listening to it, it took me back to my coworker. And I said, man, this brother went through some shit, but he rebounded fairly well. And I listened to that divorce lawyer. One of the things that he said was, you know, if you're around a couple and they're like on the brink of divorce, he said, sometimes you know you can ask them, so how did y'all meet? And it'll take them back to a place where they did love each other. And you might be doing them a favor. Maybe they can sit back and say, yo, how can we get back to that? Maybe. Marriage used to be a business. It was to secure a bag. It was to rotate generational wealth. Now it's a one-sided business. I've also seen women. Steven Jackson used to play for the Pacers and the Spurs. He played for the Spurs too, right? Yeah, y'all remember when he told that story a few years ago about how you know, he was about to walk the aisle with Shorty. He was like, yo, he hit it with the prenup. And she started crying, saying, I don't know why you want me to sign this. And It's like, yo, just sign it. I'm going to marry you, but just sign it. Then she went to the pastor. The pastor was trying to make him look past the prenup. And he snapped out of it and said, nah, I'm not signing. He said, no, you're not signing the prenup. I ain't walking the aisle. Do you remember what he said in that story? Called off the wedding. And by that night, he was smashing one of the bridesmaids, which was one of her friends.
Whoa! What the it's kind of pretty before it gets started, ain't it?
Take that!
You heard me.
What?
You heard me. Yeah, original man. She ignored the prenup, called it off, and smashed the bridesmaid, which was one of her friends. That's right, Captain Jack. Y'all remember Captain Jack? Captain Jack. Steven Jackson. Remember that? That's a true story. So, I mean, look, man. We got to do better. We have to. I don't know how do we rebound as a society, because society's out of order. How do I preach marriage or try and, I'm not preaching nothing really. How do I talk about how marriage is a good thing because I'm a married man when you have bitches in the UK talking about they're going to get their coochie scratched and eat a nigga ass in London? What? What's happening here? What's happening here? What's happening? And then these brothers that are getting married, you notice they're young, and a lot of these Instagram models be like 10 years their senior. It's like, oh my God, you see it coming. And I hope I'm wrong, but you see it coming. You see it coming. How do you convince a man in America to get married when our divorce rates are so damn high? And a lot of these chicks, you know, they're either gold diggers or they just flat out, the business of marriage is one-sided. It's this business for them. They want to take what you got. And then when you get with a chick, how do you know she ain't gonna flip with you or flip on you? Did y'all see the other video where the chick said she didn't even want the baby anymore? She just wanted to hang out. Did y'all see that video? Yeah, Joseph, I know, man. I know. I went through a period in my life where that was at my disposal too. It was crazy. Did y'all see that video, the light-skinned chick? When she said she didn't even want the family that she had. Now get this. He didn't commit adultery. He's paying all the bills. She just had an epiphany, like, I didn't want this family and I just want to do me. What is a brother supposed to do with that? Yeah, Tia. She graduated from marriage. And now she's sitting. Did y'all see that picture she took with her son and her daughter? Got her son looking all suspect, and it looked like a goddamn funeral. They were dressed in all black. I'm like, who the hell died? Her black heart. Now watch this. What did Tia say that her husband did to her that she had to divorce him? What did he do? What did he do? Tell me, what did he do? What did he do? What did Tia Mowry's ex-husband do? What did he do to her? For her to say, yeah, you know, I graduated from marriage. All right, great. To what? When you graduated from marriage, to what? What you doing now, bitch? What you doing now? Tell me. What you doing now? She's in her 40s and she got money. The next dude she gets, right? If he's not, first of all, I'll be shocked if another Hollywood or television personality even dates her. Or if they're gonna date, you know what it is? They're gonna smash. They're not locking it down because she's graduated from marriage, right? Now, what happens when she dates a dude that's just an average Joe making about $40,000 a year, if she's even gonna go that far? Of course, Philip D. She says nobody's hitting her up in her DMs. Guess what? Men her age, they don't hit anybody up in DMs. She's in the 40+ club now, right? This sliding in the DM shit, I don't understand it. When people say that, I'm like, let me get this straight. A complete stranger hit you up in the DM and you entertain that? Stranger danger. What are we talking about here? Exactly, Queen. What the fuck is she doing on social media anyway? You won, Tia. You had a pretty good career. You found the man, gave you a family, and you graduated from marriage. What are you doing? Now, I didn't know who this brother is. It's not like he was ugly. He wasn't like super fat or crazy looking or whatever. But what the hell? She said he cheated. Go to therapy. Work that shit out. How about that? Cheating, that's a cause for divorce? Okay, excessive cheating. I give you that. I give you that. But you know what? Something else I heard that lawyer say. He had a client. He said his wife admitted not giving him sex for goddamn, like, what did he say? Goddamn, like 6 years. 6 years, dogs. 6 years. Now, what is he supposed to do with that? Then wanted to put in the marriage, in the divorce, that he cheated. So when he said to him, he said, well, did you cheat? He said, no. But what he would do is he would go to these massage parlors and get jacked off. So then he asked the lawyer, he said, should I lie about that? He said, no. Because she relinquished her duties as a wife to have sex with her husband, which means you delegated to someone else. And he never stuck his penis in anyone else's vagina. According to him, he would just go to these parlors and get jacked off by a little Asian lady. I guess that's what it is. You know? Arm and I salute. Yeah. And the way he put it is, okay, you don't want to clean your house, you hire a maid to clean it for you. Babe, there's dishes in the sink. You wash them. Look, I'm busy. I can't wash them. You know, whatever. You know what? Here, you don't want to clean them? I'm going to hire a maid because the house got to get clean. So you hire a fucking maid. You delegate it to someone else. 6 years you ain't sleeping with your wife? By default, she delegated that to someone else. So he didn't do it, but he was getting jacked off. He has needs. And the judge agreed with that. You ain't sleeping with him for 6 years? Why? Oh, because it's not a reason, man. In other words, you cannot like it, but that can't be a part of the reason you're divorced. He didn't cheat on you. You wasn't having sex with your husband. And you said yourself he didn't commit adultery. Well, you said it was adultery, but getting jacked off is really not adultery when he's not getting it at home. Irreconcilable differences. So Tia, now here's the thing. Tia Mowry, if that's how she wants to live, getting smashed and passed around into her 50s, and that's cool. But like I said, that other side of the bed's going to get cold. Now watch this. Now watch this. Yeah, Jason Williams, that's what he says. But, you know, everything is burden of proof. Whatever. Her husband, he can smash and pass anything else. And guess what? He can also get married. He can also get married. Tia's used up goods. She put her business out there on social media. What man is going to come into her life and say, baby, I love you, I want to marry you? With all of that baggage in her past that she's already left the dude that really didn't do shit. Adultery, yeah, fine. Go get some therapy. Work it out. Work it out. Get some therapy. Work it out. Motherfuckers be willing to throw shit away over one night. Now, if you're a repeat offender, that's different. If you're a repeat offender, that's different. Because now we're talking about bringing home diseases and things of that nature. Now, we're not doing that. No. Shorty had a whole family with 2 kids, and she says, I'm done with this dude. And I didn't see not one real reason to do that. So I know everybody in the chat has a different breaking point. For those of you that are divorced, Some of y'all in relationships and your spouse done cheated on you and y'all forgave him. I'm not asking you to share your business, but if you can get past it, it's gonna take some work. And it hurts some people more than others. It does. It's gonna take some work. Are you willing to go to therapy and work on it? Think about what you've accumulated. Property. You know what I'm saying? Think about the happy times. And if you can't just do it, you can walk away. But when you stick around and you just beating the shit out of your spouse mentally and emotionally, you know, all that stuff, it's not worth it, man. It's not worth it. It's really not. Animosity. Let me tell y'all, Drip Fire, my brother, salute, man. No doubt. That's my fam right there. Eric Jordan back in that super chat. He said graduating from marriage is the most foolish thing that anybody can do. You think that you can do better, but how that working out for you single and alone? Yeah. Blog father was good. Yeah, single and alone. That motherfucker, she's single and alone now. What she finna do now? She's single and alone now. What she finna do? Tell me. Tell me. Because at this point, she can date somebody, but if you're dating a dude and he's dating you because you are who you are, then you shouldn't deal with that guy. Because she has assets that she needs to protect. DeMarco, what's good? She has assets that she needs to protect. And it's not a good look. Not a good look. And I like this. I like what Night Train said. Look at that. You don't graduate from marriage. You regress to the streets. Who wants to bet that she's had a boy toy or two since the divorce? There was somebody around knocking it down, but not taking it serious. There was somebody in the wings. And she done crept already. And now she taking pictures. Oh, look at me. I'm rebounded. I'm good. I'm fine. No, you're not. No, you're not. Let's check with her by 2025. She's going to be on The View crying her eyes out. Y'all saw the, wait, hold on. Picasso, the brother says, remember the lady said she left her husband in bed, drove to the gas station. Bro, I saw that, bro. I saw that. Oh, my God. Shorty got out of bed, went to the gas station, met the ex. The ex banged her, cream pie, went back home, got into bed. The new man started eating the box. It was crazy, man. It was crazy. I couldn't believe that. But then again, I could. Then again, I could. This is real stuff. This was real stuff. You know, I was disgusted, right? And Shorty was on a show laughing about it. Laughing. She was laughing about it. It was funny to her. It was funny. Yeah, DeMarco, she was proud of that. She was laughing about it, y'all. I was like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. What the hell is funny about that? I don't get it. Shorty need to burn in hell. And I'm bringing this up again. I'm not leaning on the women like that because dudes. I've seen some sick stuff that led to a dude's divorce too. It's like, bro, why'd you even do that, idiot? But unfortunately, women, they lead the charge in divorce. They lead the charge in divorce, and what are you gonna do? Everybody has a different breaking point. I recommend therapy. I recommend being honest with your spouse that wants to leave your ass. Self-reflect. See if it's you. And I'm talking to the men now. See if it's you. Talk to her and be like, yo, what did I do? And talk to her with a third party. What did I do? And she might go back 10 years. Remember you did this and did this and did that, so I never said anything. And it's up to the therapist to say, well, therapist will say, look, why don't you communicate that? See, the key is having a conversation. Some of the stuff you can work out, some stuff you can't. Sometimes you're just done. Like Miss Mowry, she was just done. Right? It's even backfiring on certain chicks. When these chicks say, yo, look, I'm done. I don't want no part of this marriage. I'm a boss. Guess what? You a boss? You was making $250,000 a year. He was only making 80. So guess who's going to get alimony?
Whoa!
What?
The man. And that got chicks so mad that they run into state legislation talking about, no, we got to stop this. No, bitch. Everything was okay. Everything was okay until you had to pay. Because you're a boss, right? Yeah. So I don't know what everyone's breaking point is. Some of the stuff is salvageable. See, marriage is for the greater good. You see, I'm proud when I say I ain't got no baby mama. I remember I used to work with this chick. Came Mary J complaining about alimony, talking about it's whack. No, bitch, you's a millionaire. It was whack. We said it was whack when Dr. Dre had to pay his ex-wife. We said it was whack when Nas got hit up for his baby mama. That was child support, though. We was screaming that was whack. You was silent. This dude had a whole job title. Guess what? You got to pay. Get your ass back on that stage and gets to touring. It's the law of the West. Yeah, Queen Whoopi, she had to pay her white ex. I think it was a white guy, right? Or she liked to date white men, whatever. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying, women like to divest and, it's whatever it is. I'm saying. Yeah, Philip D. Yeah, that's a whole nother conversation, but yeah, there it is. Scottie Pippen, Halle Berry, Mary J. Yep. That's right, DeMarco. Go ahead and be the man to see how you like it. I'm a boss. I don't need no man. You could leave. Matter of fact, I'm divorcing you. I got lawyers that'll crush you. State legislation. He made $82,000 last year. Yeah. You made $402. Boss bitch. So what that mean? He's used to living in this big ass house. So guess what? For the next X amount of years, you got to pay him. What? Yeah, women got to see. Women think that this is just a law for women. No. There go my brother Ack Reacher, the Jab Jamboree, my brother Saru. He says, "Need my new nerd channel." Yeah, bro. I'll make time, man. Let me know ahead of time. I still got something for Bear Cave coming this month, y'all. We're gonna nerd out. My brother Daniel Mitchell, salute. DP Rocker, salute. Yeah, you know what that's about, Philip D? It's the law of the West. Yeah, you gotta deal with that. Yeah, Mary, you should have divorced him. You should have took your ass to therapy. Yeah, Kane, Florida's trying to end that lifelong alimony. That's not the only one. I think there's something going on in Tennessee, too. I didn't research it too hot. D. McGee, what's going on? Yeah. Telling you. Look at what Queen said. I was going to have to pay, but I filed first and made sure it was not in the community property state I was living in. Do your homework, folks. Yeah, she had to protect herself. Divorce could be ugly, bro. It could be so ugly. So ugly, man. I'm easygoing, man. I'm easygoing. My wife ain't high maintenance, neither am I. Whatever, man. We go out, we hang out, you know what I'm saying? If I want to go to the strip club, I ask her if she wants to go with me. That's how we do. It's like, whatever. You want to go? Yeah, let's go. They got good hot wings there, although I don't eat meat anymore. It's like going to a regular club. The women that strip are the same. They be dressed like that going to the fucking club. Man, come on, man. Marriage is supposed to be fun. You're supposed to marry a friend. You understand? It's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be fun. You know, but some people just they don't have fun. You see, I understand what Kevin Samuel said. He says, yo, look, forget happiness. This is business. We're trying to save the community. I felt them on that. But if you could get a hold of a person that you actually have fun with too in the process, that's a bonus. Because right now, all this boss bitch shit, how's that working out for y'all? Seriously. Only boss bitches I see be on like social media. Y'all are not the majority, god damn it. Where were y'all boss bitches when COVID happened? When y'all couldn't even go to the goddamn store? When y'all only had baked beans in your goddamn fridge. You're like, oh, I ain't got no food. Oh, shit. I heard a chick was literally going to her car on her way to the store, and she got to the Walmart and she saw nothing but goons in front of Walmart. Everybody looked like food. And she was scared to get out her car. And she had to start calling dudes. Yo, can you go to the store for me? Funny, I'm getting this phone call from you, and I ain't hear from you after our date 2 months ago. Now you want me to go to the store for you? Shut up. How's that boss shit working out now? Yeah, original man, he said, F your happiness. Disney sold your ass a dream. It's nonsense, y'all. So what y'all need to do is do better. I am pro-marriage, but, you know, divorce is the last option, y'all. I'm all for getting out of it if it's hurting you, it's hurting your health-wise or whatever, and it's like becoming stressed to the point where your health is suffering, get out of it. Like I said, habitual cheating, get out of it because it can cost you your life. I understand. Physical abuse, get out of it. Mental abuse, get out of it. Oh yeah, Joseph, I've heard about that too. Chicks getting dressed up, going to the store, hoping the man is going to pay for that. Nah, it was every man for themselves. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. All these boss bitches, right? There's another channel. It's a black woman. She's a judge, and she does like I think alimony and child support. And I remember I was watching an episode when she banged the gavel and she read the amount that had to be paid. Shorty was like dancing in her seat. That's how much you gotta pay. She said, "Oh no. You gotta pay him X amount of dollars." And she was like, "What?" Yeah, bitch. Because he had full custody of the kids. And he was working. I think he was working at a fast food joint. And he had the kids more than her. So she had to pay him child support. I mean, some of these sisters really think the courts are made to punish the men. And it seems like that. Get out of here, man. That's how much you gotta pay. She's like, no. You gotta pay him. She was like, yeah, bitch. Where's my button? I don't think I have it on here. My other phone died, so I had to upload my new board on here. She was like,
"What the fuck?"
Yo.
You fucking bum!
Man. That's all good, though. That's all good. Divorce should be the last option, ladies and gentlemen. I know I was kind of all over the place for this, but I'm sure people have gone through certain things. And if you've gone through a divorce, and I'm sorry for that. And I'm sure divorce was the last option. Everyone has their own breaking point. But in the name of survival, in the name of example, try and stick it out. But if there's no other option, then get out of it. And ladies, if you can get out of it and you really don't need nothing from him, just leave him alone. Listen. Now, you know what, I ain't gonna. That's a whole nother story, man. But yeah, divorce needs to be the last option, but I gotta get out of here because I gotta get up in the morning and I'm on fumes right now. So, let me see something. Okay. Man, salute to y'all. Much love and appreciation to every last one of you. Salute to everybody in the Venmo, the Zelle, the Cash App, the Super Chat. You know what I mean? I'll be back talking some boxing in the AM. It's actually a lot to discuss, but I know what time it is. Go subscribe to all the content creators. And we'll be back right here Friday. Love this channel, man. And I'll catch y'all in the rebound. Peace.
Yeah. You can't make this shit up, people. You cannot make this shit up.